Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I figured that while I do my intros, you guys can see me. I'll be front facing. Aren't you lucky? um, we're going to do the full Divine Partnership reading today. I tried doing it yesterday, but the energies just felt so scattered and so just completely out there. There were some good messages in there, and if you guys haven't already seen it, I posted one of those messages. At the beginning, when I do this intro and talking and all that good stuff, there were some messages that were coming through that I felt very moved to post. And there were actually some really good messages in the reading itself, but the reading itself didn't feel good. Like the energy didn't feel good. So at one point I paused and I talked to my spirit guides, and they were like, "Susan, relax." They're like, "The messages will be there tomorrow. Time is an illusion. Like, don't worry about it. So if you don't feel like doing it today, if it doesn't feel good to you, it doesn't feel good to you." And it didn't feel good to me. And so they told me, come back when it does feel good. So I'm not sure if it was my energy. It could have been my energy. Or if it was, I'm not sure what was happening, but it was a scattered reading, and it didn't feel good. And I don't want to post anything where the energy just doesn't feel good, where the reading just doesn't feel good. So, that's where we are. So things are feeling better, and Spirit is here, and we're ready with messages. They're like, yes, we are. So we are going to do the full Divine Partnership reading. So I'm not sure. I think we're going to do is we're going to split it like usual into the overall energies and then into the specifics of the relationship of the dynamic, looking at the masculine energies and the feminine energies. I like splitting it because it gives you guys an opportunity to hear the messages, because the messages and the overall energies are really they're really powerful. They're really something powerful, and they're more along the lines of the ascension journey as a whole. And if that's resonating with you, then you can go ahead and decide whether or not you want to listen to the full reading. And I'll link that full reading in the description box below. But I do like splitting it up. I'll also have a timestamp in the full reading, so you don't have to listen through the whole overall energies anymore. I'll have that timestamp where the overall energies stop and where the Divine Partnership reading really begins in the comment section below in the full reading. So I like doing it like that. I hope you guys like receiving it like that. I hope you guys like listening to it like that. Give me a heads up and let me know what you think. And I'm dropping cards everywhere here. Okay. So go ahead and give a listen to the message from the it was a message from Spirit yesterday with regards to where we are, especially on the heels of the full moon that we just had. And what they're reminding us of is that we are in a period of transition, a period of transformation, and a period of transition, and it's a period of integration. I had actually been channeling that for the past few months, the past few weeks. As we have been closing out these cycles the past few months, we're starting a new beginning, but it's not like, one cycle stops and then we have a new beginning and there's nothing in between. Like, there has to be something in between because energy is fluid. So that in between is that transition. That in between is that integration period. As we have closed out those karmic cycles, we have raised our vibrations, we have created new levels of consciousness within ourselves, created new selves is what they're saying. We've created new versions of ourselves, really, through raising our vibrations, through these shifts in consciousness, these shifts in mindsets, as we've closed out these karmic cycles, as we've released and purged all the things that are no longer serving us. So now what we're doing is we're in a period of true healing. Now, that was the healing work, they're saying, but this is true healing. The rest period, the healing period, the integration period, where what we have learned and what we have released and how we have changed is really being integrated into our body. They're giving me the words light activation. So these are really downloads and light activations and heart chakra activations, heart chakra expansions that are happening. And that's all being integrated as well. So you're going to start seeing, they're saying you're going to start seeing those changes in your physical body, in how much water you drink, and the foods that you eat, the foods that you choose to eat. I actually had a discussion with my Divine Masculine about that today, how my tastes are changing, how I'm craving different foods, lighter foods, Even, after I do these channelings, after I do these readings, I'm usually craving dense foods, but I'm not craving like the meats, and I'm not craving like the sweets and things like that anymore. Physical exercise. They're saying there's going to be more physical exercise. You're going to want to move your body. And sleep, lots and lots of sleep, because that's a period of healing as well. That's a period of integration. And as the light activations and the downloads are coming through, you're going to be feeling a lot more energy, because that's the integration. Your body, your physical body, is integrating all of that energy and all of those changes. So you're going to be seeing some physical changes on your outside world. I'm not going to reiterate. They're reminding me of what we said in the channeled message yesterday. It was only 4 minutes, so go ahead and listen to that, because there was some powerful messages there with regards to integration as well. I'm not going to repeat that here, so we can get right into it. But I'll link that in the description box below. It was really all about the transition, the integration, what we're going to be experiencing in our physical world versus our physical body. I'm also going to link the overall energies. I'd wanted to do a full divine partnership reading on the night of the full moon, but I was just not feeling it. And Spirit was like, yes, you are. And so we kind of compromised. They asked me to shuffle. So the morning of the full moon. So I shuffled, and some really amazing cards came out. So go ahead and listen to that as well. There was some really interesting messages with regards to manifestation, what we're seeing as within, so without, changes within the body, light activations happening within the body, and as within, as it's happening within the body on the cellular level, you're going to be seeing it outside of yourself. You're going to start seeing those changes that you're integrating, those light activations, the expansions, all that stuff, all the, as you're opening up your heart, especially the heart being the bridge for manifestation. They're saying you're going to start feeling that love flow more fully, more fluidly, from the divine through your heart chakra and then out into your physical world. And it's going to be a circle of giving and receiving. They're showing me a tree. And it's like the tree of life. It's like how the trees take our carbon monoxide, and is it monoxide, dioxide? Oh my God! And they take the breath that we expel, and that is their air, and they produce air for us to breathe in, for us to inhale. So it's that cycle that they're showing me, that cycle, and so what they are, what we're doing, that's the flow of love as well. As you give love, then you receive love, because love is coming directly from source. Love is divine. Love is abundant. There is no shortage of love. So we're not holding it to ourselves anymore. We're being open. Our heart chakras are expanding so that we can bring in more love from the divine, from source energy, from that love energy, and then expand that and share that more and more and more. So it's a whole cycle. So as our heart expands, we're downloading more love, more light, and then we're being able to share that and expand that with the world around us, with your divine counterparts, as well as what they're reminding us of, that free-flowing energy your divine counterpart is going to start feeling as well. And so it's going to start balancing out the scales, and you're going to be more into a balanced, harmonious relationship with regards to giving and receiving, which is really, really beautiful. So listen to that reading as well. A lot of powerful messages there. I'll link both readings. It wasn't really a reading yesterday. It was more like a channeled message. But I'll link both in the description box below. So if you haven't already watched those, go ahead and give those a listen. And, let me know what you think. Let me know. Hit like, hit subscribe, comment in the description box or in the comment box below. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your stories as well. So that's what I believe this is all about. This journey is, it's not just, me sitting here and reading cards for you guys. It's you sharing your journey as well. That's the importance of this. That's, the connection. And it's all about connection. It's all about, sharing our experiences. All right, so I'm going to get into this in a second. Just a couple of announcements. If you are waiting for a follow-up or a private reading from me, first of all, thank you guys so much for taking me up on the sales, and for booking private readings with me, where I tap into your energy. If you are wanting a private reading with me and you resonate with my energies, go ahead and look at the description box below for my sales prices. I don't have that up on my website website yet. I don't think I'm actually going to have that up on my website, but it's until the end of February. I'm running those sales prices, so just shoot me an email, susandonspiritual@gmail.com. I also have my the contact form on the website as well that you can reach out to me. And we'll get you all hooked up with that. I'll give you all the information that you need. But if you're interested in booking a private reading with me, a personal reading where I tap into your energies, I don't just do divine partnerships. I also do career. I also do family dynamics. So whatever it is that you need, just let me know. Those sales prices below is for everything. So just give me a shout out and we'll get you hooked up. If you are still waiting for a private reading from me, or you're waiting for follow-up, bear with me. There's been some stuff that's happened this week. I've been working very diligently on my other businesses. Like I said, I'm stepping back from this channel a little bit for the month of February and March so that I can focus on that, and then we'll be full throttle, so you guys will have more pick-a-piles, you'll have more readings. I'm going to do some live readings once all that. I have a new book coming out, so once my book comes out, I'll have some free time and I will have some live readings. So I'm really excited about that, where you guys can ask a question and I'll pull some cards for you. So I'm really excited about that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. But bear with me. Thank you so much for your patience. I will have those to you by the end of the weekend. I'll be working on those throughout the next few days. So check your inboxes and I'll have those to you by the end of the weekend. Anything else? Also, make sure you subscribe to our Facebook page, because we're going to do some live readings on there as well. It is Susan Dawn Spiritual on Facebook, and we have motivational memes and all that good stuff, and links for when we have these readings. But we're also going to go live on Facebook. I think until I get the hang of YouTube, we might start with Facebook. So especially since it's a little bit of a smaller audience there so far, a smaller community. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe there so that you can ask your question, and we'll go live and we'll have some fun. All right, you guys, I am going to turn the camera around, and we're going to do the overall energies for the masculine, feminine, and the union energy. See what kind of messages we get as far as ascension and your union energy, like where we are. The energy that we have been picking up on is incredible. The dynamic that I've been picking up on, the segment of the collective, I tend to be channeling the same segment of the collective. That's part of what was so scattered yesterday. It was like I was picking up on different segments, and it just felt very off to me. But we'll see where we go today. Spirit is like, I feel hands on my shoulders. Spirit is very, this is good. This is timing. This is the right timing. So I feel good about the energy today. So we'll see what we pick up on. But for the segment that I have been picking up on, you guys, it's happening. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's happening. The harmony is happening. The balance is happening. The communication is happening. The love is happening. So let's see where you are. And we'll get into it. We'll be right back. Okay, you guys, we are going to look at the union energies. Divine masculine, divine feminine, and where you guys are as far as union, the union energy. So let's do a couple more shuffles and get right into it. Divine masculine, what messages do you have for the divine masculine spirit? Please bring me clear communication for the divine masculine. Where is the divine masculine? What do you have to say for the divine masculine at this time? Okay, thank you. Beautiful. Oh, lovely. Okay, the messages are already coming through, and they're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. I almost want to stop here and just go right into the masculine energies, but I'm going to... Feminine. Loving it. I'm loving it. You guys. And union energies, please. I knew you were going to pop out. Interesting. We got this in the union energies before. I'm going to pull one more. I'm going to take them both. Okay. Okay. I'm really excited. The energy is here, and it's a kind of an energy of excitement. I've got to say, like, you guys, we are on the precipice. We are on the edge, and we had that in the last divine partnership reading, being on the edge of union, and that's exactly where I feel like. I feel like there's a sense of anticipation, but it's not anticipation as far as like desperation. It's not anticipation as far as like this needs to happen. Oh my God, is it going to happen? It's not questioning. It's a free-flowing kind of anticipation. It's I know this is coming, and I can have patience for it. I know this is coming. My manifestations are coming. Everything that I want is coming because I've grown so much. I've changed so much. I've ascended so much and evolved so much that I know this is coming. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy that's with us right now. Okay, so sorry, my dogs are barking downstairs. All right, divine masculines. Divine masculines, they got peace. This past full moon brought a lot of changes leading up to this past cycle. They're saying from the eclipse in January through the full moon here, there's a lot of cycles closing out, a lot of karmic cycles closing out, and karmic cycles with regards to people, places, and things, and also beliefs that no longer serve them, habits that no longer serve them, and they realized it. And there had been some resistance for that in the past, but now they're at a place where they're just at peace with it because they have let go, because they have evolved. They've gone through tower moments, they've gone through a dark night of the soul, both, and they have blossomed in their soul. They have come to an understanding, a shift in consciousness, an evolutionary phase where they are feeling at peace within themselves. And you see how there are all these like hearts around here? They're feeling good. They're feeling good, and they know that they're being divinely guided through this. Let me see if we can get rid of the glare. Can you guys see that? They know that they're being divinely guided. Two things that they're showing me here. They know that they're being divinely guided through this partnership, the number 2, through this divine partnership. They know that their feminine has been guiding them, has been a lighthouse for them, has been their angel, is actually what I'm hearing, which is beautiful. But the number 3, ascended masters, they know that they have the support of the spirit realm behind them through this. They're consciously aware of this now. Perhaps they're even feeling it. I'm hearing that they might be hearing, they might be hearing their own messages from spirit, whereas before they were may have been ignoring it or saying it's just a coincidence or something like that. Now they're really in tune with the universe around them and with their own universe within them is what they're saying, which is a beautiful message. The universe within them, their own soul of their self, they're really in tune and understanding the connection between all three, between their divine counterpart, the divine in the higher realms, and themselves. Really beautiful, really a beautiful cycle is what they're showing me, that circle of the Trinity, really merging those energies, really coming into harmony within themselves, to understand how provided for and connected and protected they are, and how guided they are. They're telling me they might be hearing songs, they might be hearing names, they might be hearing numbers, seeing synchronicities like that, seeing numbers all the time and starting to inquire as to what that is. They might be seeing signs as far as spirit animals, totems, things like that. So they're really in tune with the world around them. They're really starting to understand the connection of all things and finding the meaning in all things, which is really beautiful, because that is bringing them peace. That's bringing them peace. They're understanding that no matter what's happening on the outside, inside you have this egg here. And the message that I'm getting is they're understanding that no matter what is happening on the outside, inside is peace. Inside they have this protective shell. It's not that armor that they were holding on to. It's not that false mask or that illusion that they've been holding on to for so long. That mask has fallen. The armor has been shed. The illusions have been shown as illusions. They've been, they've shed light on the illusions. So now this egg shell, as fragile as an eggshell might be, they're saying they know that this is their own self. They know that this is the divine. This is connection to the divine. This is protection from the divine. And so whatever is going on around them, they know that they're protected. It's almost like this is the white light for them, that they don't have to take part in anything that's going on outside of them. They don't have to take part in the bullshit. They don't have to take part in the conflict, in the struggle, in the strife, in the suffering. Anything that's going on without them, they know it's a reflection of what is happening within them. And when they're feeling at peace within them, they understand that their world around them will bring peace, will come to peace. Now, birth. I'm also, when this card first came out, I also got the word birth and rebirth, and that's what's happening here as well. They are ready. It's a separate symbol, so take this as a separate symbol and metaphor from what we were just talking about. It's all tied together, but they're giving me a different message. So when this card first came out, they showed me the egg, and the egg is, it's life. There's life bursting inside of it, and you see how there's a person inside here. You're masculine, or masculine if I'm speaking to you directly, but I usually read for divine feminines. Masculine is ready. It's almost like he's gonna jump out of this eggshell. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Like he is ready for this. It's that anticipatory energy. He is ready for this. He is ready to kind of burst forth, because it's like the egg itself is filling up with peace and love and abundance and wishes fulfilled, wishes ready to be granted. And it's like he's just ready to like burst forth and say, I'm here. I've been born again. I've been reborn as my soul self, my authentic self. I am ready to just burst forth into this new life, knowing that I'm divinely guided. It's like he's ready. It's like they're ready. But they're still kind of, he's not ready. The energy is that he's ready, but, he's still kind of in the eggshell, but that's the edge of this. That's the precipice that we're on, that he is ready to burst forth and break out of that shell. And you remember how I was saying how the eggshell is so fragile? Because you know how fragile eggshells can be. That's where they are. It's not their armor anymore. It's that fragile eggshell, and all he has to do is just like tap on it. Tap, tap, tap is what I'm getting. He just has to tap on it, and the last remaining shell that he was holding on to, that was keeping him held back in whatever way, keeping him held back from his divine feminine, keeping him held back from this beautiful, peaceful, love and abundant life, keeping him held back from showing the face of who he truly is, his authentic soul self. That's going to shatter all around him. All he has to do is tap on it. He's not quite there yet, but he's feeling the anticipation of it. He's getting ready. He is being reborn. He's being reborn. He's being reborn, and this is divinely guided. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And 2 and 3 is 5, and 5 is a number of transformation. That's where we are. That's where we are. This transformation taking place, taking hold, coming into a rebirth. Really, really beautiful energies. Treasure Island for the feminines. I love this. I love this. Look, okay, so there's a couple of messages that I'm getting here. Divine, and look how... I've got to say, is it like this in any of the other cards? No. Beautiful. Look at these hearts and stars that are surrounding these two images for the divine. Where am I? How do I get this? For the divine. Can you guys see that? Hearts and stars here. Hearts and stars. There we go. Here, surrounding the egg. It's so interesting. Like this, you guys, coming into harmony with love and abundance and wishes fulfilled. Like this is the edge. This is the very edge. It's that same energy here. And feminines, you're feeling it. You are feeling abundant. You're starting to see your manifestations. That chest is open. If you got this similar message with the 10 of Pentacles, and then it was the Gilded Tarot that I had been using in the last the full moon update that I'll link in the description box below. It was for the Divine Masculines, and the message that I got was that. Actually, I'm going to pull it. They're actually guiding me to pull it, so I'm going to do that because I think that it is worthy of reiterating. So you guys can go ahead and listen to that full reading if you feel so inclined, but I feel like this is worthy of being repeated. So... there we go. So we got the Ten of Pentacles for the Divine Masculine, and it's going to come back to the Divine Feminine. But we got this card in the Divine Masculine, and the message that I got was their heart chakra has opened, and they're open to abundance. They're open to their chest, their heart space has been opened, and now they're seeing the abundance of love that they have. Where before, you see these 4 pentacles here on the ground, these are the 4 pentacles that they were holding on to because they did not understand how free-flowing love could be. It was almost like they were withholding because they were like, it's that, I'm getting that feeling again. It's like that feeling like, if I let go of 1 pentacle, I'm only going to have 3. I'm not going to be able to fill myself back up. If I give to my Divine Feminine, I'm not going to be able to give to these other people in my life. If I give to my Divine Feminine, I'm not going to have anything for myself. So it was a really guarded energy. It was a really holding yourself back. But now how they had changed was these pentacles, they're like, they've dropped it. They've dropped it. And if you've been listening to my Divine Partnership readings for a while now, you have, the traditional tarot in the 4 of Pentacles, he's really, really guarded. But I had been channeling for quite a while that he's letting his arms down, letting go of the pentacles, letting the chips fall where they may, and they've fallen. And what that has happened, how they have, it's like that triggered the chest to open. Or vice versa, the chest opening has triggered them to drop these pentacles because they know how abundant they are now. They know that love is free-flowing. They know that their chest is like Mary Poppins' magic carpet bag. It's like it's always going to be full. It's always going to be full because now they're understanding the connection to the divine. The divine is always providing for them. The divine is always abundant. What is theirs in the universe will always be theirs. And that there's more than enough abundance in the universe for them. And now they're free-flowing with their love, free-flowing towards the Divine Feminine for themselves because their cup is so full and it's overflowing and it's always going to be overflowing. It's always, okay, there's a message in that, like, if they feel like they're depleted, they just have to call on the divine and bring that abundance and energy and love back down from the divine because the divine is pure abundance. The divine is pure love. And there's always an excess of love from the divine source energy, the universe, God, however you want to call it. There's always an excess of love because that is love. That is God. That is source energy. And that is what this universe is made of. That is what we are made of, is what they're saying. And they're understanding that. And so they've let they've let go. They're not withholding anymore. They're moving forward with their affection, feeling more open with their affection, which is beautiful because that's what we've always wanted, feminines, right? That's what we've always wanted for the Divine Masculines. But Divine Feminines, you were in this place too. So hold on 1 second, because you were kind of in this place too. You were kind of guarding your heart as well. You weren't being receptive. And now in your reading, for that part of the reading, in the feminine part of the reading, you and your heart space were feeling Page of Cups. You were feeling like the Divine Masculine was only giving you Page of Cups, where he was actually giving you the Knight of Cups, coming forward towards you in the physical with the Knight of Cups. But your heart chakra was closed. Not a lot. You had still been open, but you weren't receiving a lot because of past hurts, because of past pain, not just from your Divine Masculine, but from things that you needed to heal. So you had closed off and guarded your heart as well. So remember that you mirror each other. So as you were feeling guarded, they were feeling guarded. As you were feeling pain, they were feeling pain because you're mirroring each other. Now, not always at the same time, but at some point or another, you had guarded your heart as well, feminines. And they're saying you were only seeing the Page of Cups. You were only seeing that that's what he was offering. But the Divine Masculine is in the King of Cups energy. He was bringing forward a cup to you, but you were only able to receive the page. You were only able to receive that small offer when he was bringing you a bigger cup. When he was bringing you love, you weren't able to see it fully. So even, it looked small on the outside is what they're saying, but you had to be open enough in your heart, expand your heart enough through that heart chakra activation to be able to receive all the love that your Divine Masculine was shooting you, at least energetically. And again, on the physical, he was Knight of Cups energy. We had the Knight of Cups, but you were only perceiving it as Page of Cups, even though he was coming forward as a knight. But he was, shooting you energetically, King of Cups energy. But again, you weren't receiving that because your heart was kind of closed off. But now that chest is open. That chest is open. That heart space is open. You're receiving that love. And through that love, you're receiving that abundance from the universe. Your manifestations are taking place. Your heart spaces are both open. the chest, the heart space here, the treasure chest is both open, and you're both receiving the treasures of love. As corny as that sounds, that is what they gave me. You're receiving the treasures of love. We're going with it. So what they're telling me here, Divine Feminines, is your manifestations are coming, and we've got a turtle. Just going to point that out. For those of you whose masculines you perceive as turtles, that's what my friends and I call my masculine, with lots and lots and lots of love, in case he's listening. But that's what's happening. It's a process. It's a little bit slower moving, is what you're perceiving it. But they're actually telling me, like, these sea turtles, they can book it. They can move really, really fast. So on the ground, they might move a little bit more slowly on the beach, so to speak, on the physical ground. But when they're in the ocean, with these calm waters, because you are moving into calmer waters, because you are in harmony with each other, within yourself and with your divine masculine now, these turtles can really book it. And so your manifestations, what they're telling me is your manifestations, it's still a process, it's still coming in, but you're going to start seeing it, and you're going to start seeing those manifestations picking up. Because look at all this floating around you. Look at all these wishes fulfilled and all this love floating around you, all this treasure floating around you. This is your manifestations coming to pass in the physical. And it's not just love from your divine masculine, although your relationship will be picking up, they're saying. The affection, you'll start seeing the affection, you'll start seeing more communication, you'll start seeing gifts. Wherever stage you're at with your relationship, with your dynamic, you're going to be seeing more higher levels of commitment. Also, money and abundance and goals and dreams coming true for you as well. Manifestations, wishes fulfilled. So it's this relationship. It's just everything. It's everything. And there's that feeling. We have been getting that feeling for a while for the divine feminines. Like there had been some doubt that the divine masculine was going to come forward, doubt that you were going to see this physical manifestation in your physical reality. But that's just because your heart was kind of closed off. That's because as within, so without, you were blocking that flow. You were blocking that abundance. But now that energy is more free flowing, and you're excited about it, and you know that it's coming, and through that faith and through that belief, your manifestations are taking place, and it's picking up. It's really picking up speed. Because you're going through these calmer waters as well. And you see how crystal clear this water is? That's your manifestations. Like your manifestations, there's going to be no doubt about it anymore. There's going to be no doubt about your manifestations coming in. You're going to start seeing it in your physical reality, however that looks like for you, whatever it is that you are wanting. Because the cycle has come to a close. That cycle of doubt, that paradigm of, struggling and striving for so much and working so hard, that's coming to a close. That is not this new earth. That is not this paradigm that we're in anymore. You're bringing that higher level down, that higher level of love down. And as you bring that higher level of love down, that 5D template down, and feel it in your heart, because the heart chakra is the bridge for all your manifestations. The heart chakra is the bridge for everything. I'm going to say it again. I say it all the time, but I'm going to say it again in case there are those who haven't heard it. The feminine is anchored. You have all the chakras, and between both of you, you are balanced within all your chakras. Like you need all your chakras, whether you're divine feminine or divine feminine, you need all your chakras to be balanced. The divine feminine is really anchored into the higher level chakras. Throat chakra with communication, the brow chakra with intuition, and the crown chakra with the connection to the higher realms. Divine masculine, and remember, you hold both energies within you. You just hold a predominant energy. Your masculine is really anchored into the lower level chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra. And what happens is, as you come together and as you merge your energies, your divine masculine and you divine feminines, as you come together in this harmony in your physical plane and energetically, as you merge into this union energy, because that is what they're telling me. They've been telling me is union energy. It's this merging of the energies, moving into harmony and balance and peace and love. The masculine rises, and the feminine brings that template down. The masculine rises to ground that energy into the physical plane, and the feminine brings that energy down, and you meet at the bridge of the fourth chakra, the bridge of the heart chakra, and then that manifests into your physical reality, because the masculine energy is grounding that and bringing it into your physical reality. So you meet at the bridge there. So that's what they're telling me here, is that you are manifesting more smoothly, you're manifesting more quickly, and it's because you are now in that template of the 5D. You're anchored in there. So sometimes you might focus on the 3D a little bit too much, But they're saying just keep going within, keep feeling it in your heart, keep trusting in this manifestation, and you are. It's almost like that lack of faith that you were feeling. It's almost like that lack of belief, the seeds of doubt that had kind of been planted from your divine masculine. They're saying we get it. On the physical, it looked like bullshit. Maybe you had been in pain with your divine masculine for whatever reason. If there was betrayal, if there were breakups, if there was separation and no contact, limited contact, no communication. It's hard. It's hard when you're looking at the physical to really go within and have faith. And have faith in your divine masculine, have faith in yourself, have faith in manifestations. But they had been channeling to me for a while. How I actually unblocked this myself was, I had some issues around trust. I couldn't trust that my divine masculine loved me. I actually said that to him once, and it broke my heart that I said that, but that was the truth of what I was feeling. It was because I wasn't trusting in myself that he loved me, because what I was experiencing on the physical plane, he kept saying, he wasn't saying anything. He wasn't saying anything, and that's really hard when you're saying I love you to somebody and they don't say it back, or they don't show it back. So that was a struggle that I went through. It was because I wasn't trusting myself. And I had a moment where I was talking to God, what I call God, source energy, however you call it, the universe, my spirit guides. I was talking to God, and God said to me, don't trust him, trust me. If you can't trust him, trust me. And I started to do that. And I realized that through trusting God, I was trusting myself, and through trusting myself, I was trusting him again, my masculine again. And that changed everything for me. And I began to trust more, and I began to trust my intuition. And the seeds of doubt that had been planted from our experiences were eradicated. They kind of washed away. And I'm back into a place of love and trust and understanding, trusting my intuition that this is manifesting. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I have no expectations of how it's going to come to pass. I'm just embracing the flow of it all, and there is peace there. There is tranquility there, serenity there. With that is surrender, and it feels really beautiful. And that is, I believe, if you're not there yet, that's where I believe you're headed. If you release that control, if you release that lack of faith, and if you trust, then you can come back to this place of opening up your heart chakra, because that's what's happening. Your heart chakra wants to expand, and the light wants to come in, but you have to be open enough to receive that, so that you can receive your divine masculine's love. And that's how you receive the manifestations as well. So divine feminines, you're in an amazing place. You're both in an amazing place. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful energy. All right, let's get on to the union energy. So we got this... Okay, that's what they're telling me. They immediately pointed me to the 2 and the 8 as 10. So they're saying cycles come to a close. We got this in one of the past Divine Partnership readings. I don't remember which one, so I'm not going to link it in the description box below. But if you remember, if you guys want to link it in the comment section, I would really appreciate it. If you remember it, no worries if you don't. But we got this, and this is where you were. This is, it was about the closing of the cycles and what you were doing, it was the tower had to fall. The structure had to completely fall. This was especially for the divine masculines were experiencing this, so that they can build this new foundation. And what you were building on was a foundation of love. That foundation of love between the two of you has always been there. But what had happened was, especially for the divine masculines, they had some tower moments before in their past where things had crumbled, and for their own survival, they built up again, but on a false foundation. It was a foundation of masks, a foundation of illusions, a foundation of toxic relationships surrounding them, false beliefs, false spirituality, they're saying. So what has happened recently in the past few months is, and even in the past few weeks, they've gone through another dark night of the soul. And that was part of the resistance there. That was part of the control that they were holding on to. They were like, oh my God, this has happened before. I can't go through this again because I can't rebuild again. And what the divine came in and said was, yes, you can, and you have to. The divine really came in and pushed them into a tower moment, so that the structure completely fell, so that the masks completely fell, so that the illusions completely fell, and so that anything that didn't serve this highest iteration of themselves, this truest, authentic soul self, whatever didn't serve them anymore, any of the toxic relationships, any of the work environments that was not part of their mission, was not part of their light work or calling, any of the past patterns of behavior, any of their past that was no longer serving them, the past being in the past had to fall again, so that they can build and understand that it was now a foundation of love, the foundation of love that had always been there. And so now what they're building up is a foundation with their divine counterpart, which they know is the love that has always been there. It is that circle they're giving me. I've been channeling for a while that it's the Trinity. It was a 3-point structure. It was a triangle for me. It was the masculine, the feminine, and the divine. But what they've been channeling recently is no, it's a circle. That's union. It's a complete merging of energies. The divine. Oops. It's the divine. It's the masculine and the feminine energies completely merged in one circle as one. That is oneness. It's not, there was still separation when I was, doing the triangle, because it was 3 points. One, masculine, divine, feminine, it's still separation there, but the circle is complete and whole and merged is what they had always been giving me. And so now the masculine has been understanding, and the feminine too, because this is the union energies here, that they had been building on that foundation of love. Now they understanding that this is a solid foundation because it is a foundation of love with their feminine and with the divine. And again, the feminine is feeling that with the masculine. They're feeling this is a new beginning, a new foundation of love for our relationship. So whatever was in the past is in the past. Whatever the feminine experienced in the past with the masculine, let that be in the past. Let go of that. Let go of the resentment. Let go of any anger. Let go of any mistrust, any sense of betrayal, because now it is building a new foundation. That cycle had come to a close, and this is a new foundation of harmony and love. And we have these like Tetris. It's like Tetris coming down, and they're saying this is balance, this is harmony, this is love, this is respect, this is togetherness, they're telling me this is completion, and this is completion. This is the building blocks to union. And you see how it just keeps rising? This is, they're telling me, ascension. This is the foundation of your new level of ascension. And together now, as you're building together, as you're coming into union, you're going to be rising higher on your ascension journey, rising higher in your mission, rising higher in your light work, and rising higher in your love for each other. And as you rise higher in your love for each other and for yourselves, because never forget, love for yourself as well, that is what allows you to love each other more fully as you love yourself fully. That is going to expand and create love for the outside world even more. Because as you fill up the cup yourself, then that overflows. And so it's not exclusive. You can't love another person unless you love yourself. You just can't. Like, it's that you just can't. You can't love another person if you yourself are depleted. So as you fill up your cup and you're overflowing with that love, you're overflowing with that same love for your divine masculine. And as you guys, it's that 2 of Cups energy. As you guys share your overflowing cups with each other, then that vibration and that frequency, that love, then expands and affects the entire world around you. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so here we have other union energies, and what they're telling me, sorry, I'm having throat chakra activations here. Man, and my head is like full, like my ears are ringing and roaring, like spirit is here. Like, these are really important messages they're saying. These energies here is where you are. So this is where we're heading. This is what we're building currently at the moment. This is the very edge, this building that's foundation with each other. But where you guys are is where you guys also are. So this is like the overall energy, and this is where you guys are. Feeling serendipitous, feeling the synchronicities, feeling the maybe you're seeing 222, maybe you're seeing 144, maybe you're seeing 1111. They're saying there's synchronicities happening that feel coming together, that feel harmonious, that feel serendipitous. They're telling me, like, maybe the universe, like you're understanding how the universe is somehow bringing you together, like you're meeting on the street, or you, like my friend, has a trip arranged to go down to where her masculine is, which is crazy because the universe just came in without any work on her part. That's the divine intervening. That's the divine coming in, and if you allow things to unfold, it's going to unfold, and the universe is going to come in and create magic for you. So she's thinking of going on a trip to see her masculine because it unfolded that way, because that trip manifested. Maybe communication. There's going to be some kind of communication that is going to be happening for you that seems just out of the blue, but it is all serendipity. It is all harmonious and serendipitous. Because you're coming into this harmony, because you're coming into this place of peace. So it's almost like, so we have this 4-leaf clover. So what they've been giving me this energy of, it feels like a stroke of luck, but it's not a stroke of luck. They're like smiling to me. They're saying, this is us moving the pieces around to help this come into place, to help this come into union. They're also giving me this energy, so there's going to be more here, but 44 foundations, again, building this foundation. So there might be, you have these building blocks here. You see how she's kind of taking a time out? It might feel like there's a pause button here. It might feel like there's kind of a timeout. So you might have a period of separation, perceived separation. You might have a period where you're not speaking as much, but that's because the building blocks are being put into place. That's because the foundation is forming behind the scenes. So however the message resonates with you, things are happening behind the scenes is what they're saying. So even though it might feel like a timeout, even though it might feel like, you see how she's kind of crestfallen, it's almost like she's like, things aren't happening. Like, why aren't things happening? But you see the stars here. These are wishes being fulfilled, and they're illuminated. These stars are illuminated. It's almost like I'm getting the feeling like they're lighting up the stars one by one, like that wish fulfilled, that wish fulfilled, that wish fulfilled. That's the energy that they're giving me here. But you're not seeing it yet because it's coming down. It's coming down the pipeline for you. The universe is putting things into place for these serendipitous moments. And it's going to feel like a stroke of good luck, they're saying, but it's not. This is synchronicities. This is the universe bringing this into place. This is the foundation. This is a new foundation of your love. This is a new foundation of your dynamic, of your relationship. And it's all harmonious, you guys. That struggle and that strife and the triggers and the challenges that you've been through before, like, this is the new foundation that you're going through. This is the new foundation that you're building together, building in love, and it's going to be harmonious from here on out. Now, that's not to say they're saying that you're not going to have challenges, but you're going to get through them together now. You're going to get through them in harmony. You're going to lean on each other. You're going to love each other. And through that love, you're going to get through them together. All right, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, you guys, we are going to end the overall energies video here and get into the dynamics of the masculine and feminine and their relationship as a whole, how they're feeling about each other, any blocks, things like that. So if these messages aren't resonating with you, no problem. It just means it's not meant for you at this time. Revisit at another time. If there were messages here, take what resonates with you, because that is your soul remembering, that is your soul guiding you and saying, there's something here for me. There's some piece of wisdom that I know myself, because I am just a channeler. You know this inside of yourself, and if it resonates, that's your soul saying yes, 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 guiding you. So if it doesn't resonate with you, no problem. If it does resonate with you, go ahead and click in the description box below to that full reading, and we'll see you in just a second.